Aloha, I'm Brent Shiratori, and this is Ideal Marketing. Welcome to day 2 of my AI Advent Calendar. From now until Christmas, I'm sharing daily, bite-sized practical ways to use AI for marketing tasks. Have you ever asked AI to write something for your brand and got back something that felt kind of off? Maybe it was stuffed with M-dashes, maybe it kept using phrases like, not just this, but also that. Or it sounded like a press release instead of a person. That's because out of the box, AI doesn't know how to sound like you. All it knows is how to take all the copy in the world and create an amalgamated generic product. An average of the sum total of everything that's ever been written. And obviously, average isn't where you want to be. Average doesn't stand out. Average doesn't build trust. Average makes you sound like everyone else who's using AI without direction. Today, I'm going to show you how to fix that with a tone of voice source file. Here's what we're covering today. First, what a tone of voice document is and why it matters for AI. Second, the exact prompt I use to build one. And third, how to use it so every piece of content sounds like your brand. By the end of this video, you'll have a document you can attach to any AI tool to make your content sound like you, not like a robot. Yesterday, I showed you how to create a company overview doc that tells AI who you are, what you do, and who you serve. Today, we're adding the second piece, your tone of voice guide. If the company overview tells AI what to say, the tone of voice guide tells AI how to say it. It captures how your brand communicates your personality, your language choices, your sentence rhythm. It prevents you from sounding corporate and stiff, rather than warm and direct. Here's a quick example. Tell me if this sounds familiar. A consulting firm asked AI to write a LinkedIn post. And without a tone of voice guide, they sound something like, "We are pleased to announce our commitment to delivering innovative solutions that drive transformative outcomes for our clients." That's not a value proposition. That's corporate fluff. Now imagine the same firm with a tone of voice guide that says to write their content as direct, confident, no jargon, talk like a trusted advisor, which makes the AI write instead. Most consulting projects fail because they solve the wrong problem. Here's how we make sure that doesn't happen. Now that feels more real, human. It's how people actually talk. Now let's talk about the prompt. I've developed one that creates a comprehensive tone of voice document. The prompt starts by assigning a role, expert in branding, copywriting, and on-brand content systems. Then it gives the assignment, create a practical tone of voice document that can be used by human writers and AI to consistently match your brand's tone. You fill in your company name and website URL. Now, this is crucial. You need to attach writing samples that represent your desired tone, like past emails you've written or blog posts, social captions, sales pages, anything that sounds like what you want to sound like. AI actually does a pretty good job of analyzing your style if you give it enough examples. But that's the key. It needs these samples to understand your voice. These writing samples are the primary source of truth. Then the prompt will create a structured document. Here's what will be included. A voice at a glance snapshot, 1 or 2 sentences summarizing your overall tone. Voice pillars, 3 to 6 personality traits with examples of what each sounds like and what it doesn't sound like. Core writing principles, rules like clarity over cleverness, direct instruction, no buzzwords. Language and style guidelines, like sentence length, words to use, words to avoid, formatting preferences. Do and don't examples. This is probably the most valuable section. Concrete before and after pairs showing generic versus on-brand writing. And channel-specific notes for website, social, email, and ads. Now let's talk about how you actually use this doc. Save it as a text file, just like your company overview. Again, text files work better than Word docs because some AI tools don't always read formatting correctly. Every time you ask AI to write content, include in your prompt, use the attached tone of voice guide for this task. Then paste in your document. You can also create a custom GPT or use Claude's Projects feature to store your tone of voice guide permanently. That way, every conversation already has your voice built in. Over time, this keeps your content consistent across every touch point, no matter which AI tool you're using or who on your team is writing the prompts. Today, we taught AI how to sound like your brand. Tomorrow, we're going to teach it how to talk about your products. I'm going to share how to create a product messaging guide you can build once and reuse for every campaign. If you're building out your AI marketing system with me day by day, hit subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Drop a comment if you've already built your tone of voice guide, and let me know what voice pillars you landed on. Remember, you don't need to buy more ads when you have better ideas.